Hi, my name is Tiffany Green-Williams, and I am co-host and moderator for Team Rayceen Productions.
And I'm Rina, Team Rayceen Productions co host and moderator.
Joining us is Christina Henderson. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for having me.
So thanks for joining us, Council Member. Before we talk about your 2024 re-election campaign for At-Large Councilmember on the Council of the District of Columbia, please tell the viewers a little about your background and who you are.
Sure. Well, I'm Christina Henderson. I'm one of the At-Large Council members. I also currently chair the Committee on Health. I live in Ward 4. I'm a mother to two little kids, a 5-year-old and almost 3-year-old, as well as my rescue dog, Langston. I think he's also one of my kids as well. And I got into public service because of a desire to serve causes greater than myself. And as a true principle of wanting to make sure that one zip code doesn't determine their opportunity for success. And so this is my 4th year on the council, and I'm really excited to talk about the work that I've done and the work that I hope to continue to do if reelected.
Thank you. I love that. Please tell our viewers about the position for which you are running for and why you decided to run for re-election.
Yeah, so an at-large member of the council represents all residents in the District of Columbia, and we have roles and responsibilities as it pertains to passing legislation, oversight over government agencies and services, and then also over the budget. Like I said, I chair the Committee on Health, so I have oversight and responsibilities over all public health matters in all hospitals in the district. And I find it to be a great weight and responsibility as we talk about some of the health issues and concerns that are facing district residents. But when we think about it in the larger context of some of the issues that we're dealing with today around health disparities, opioids, and even just much more on the public health side, like food access.
Thank you for that. Can you tell us what are your top 3 issues?
Okay, so top 3 issue, the first one, of course, would be health, because that's what I work on a lot. And like I said, we've been doing a lot of work around childhood immunizations. When I first ran, I really wanted to work on maternal health issues, and I feel like we've done that. Doulas are now being covered by Medicaid. We have a new hospital opening in Ward 8 in next March, which I'm super, super excited about it. So it would be the first time since 2017 we'll have labor and delivery happening east of the river. We've done a lot of work to strengthen and bolster the healthcare workforce. So behind universities, our hospitals are our highest employers here in the District of Columbia. And we want to make sure that the workforce has what they need to be successful and to continue to serve district residents. Another issue that's really near and dear and important to me that I have been working on and will continue to work on is on transportation. I am the daughter of a retired bus driver from New York City. My dad was a bus driver for almost 30 years. So I believe in public transit. And I feel like here in the district, we have a lot of work to do to ensure that public transit system here stays reliable, stays safe, but also is on a sustained path from a financial standpoint so that we don't continuously have these issues of raising rates or having to shut down lines or having to lay off lots of staff. On the transit side, or in the transportation side, rather, I do a lot of work around public transit safety. So, I think that traffic safety rather, is right up there with traditional public safety. I never want to have to go to another ghost bike ceremony again, particularly one for a young person. And so we do a lot of work on infrastructure and then also, other types of nudges to get people to slow down. And not just slow down, but also just be very mindful of your environment, particularly around schools, around rec centers. We've had one too many accidents of young people being run over by cars simply because the driver was not paying attention. Our relationship with Maryland and Virginia on traffic safety is tenuous, and it probably will continue. So I worked on some legislation called the Steer Act that I think will help us sort of go after some Maryland and Virginia drivers who feel like they could drive however they want in the District of Columbia with impunity. And so I look forward to seeing that being implemented later this fall. And then another issue I have been working on is just public safety in general. I know that is the top number issue for lots of residents. They want to, everyone wants to feel safe in their community. Everyone wants to feel safe in their community. And I've tried to approach it from a variety of different ways. So first, on the central infrastructure standpoint, I did a bill earlier this year working with the firefighters union to try to bolster some of the staffing at the Office of Unified Communications, which does 911. Right? When you have, I don't know if it's a crime emergency or somebody's house is on fire or someone is in health distress, if 911 is not working, then the public safety system is not working, and they need more staff, and they need more folks together. And so the legislation I worked on would allow for retired firefighters who have lots of experience working in our city, but they may not physically be able to, work on the apparatus and carry the gear. They could be in the 911 command center helping folks save lives in that way, without losing access to their pensions. And so that bill is in law in effect, and we're going to keep working with them because when I talk about the healthcare workforce, I need EMTs. I need EMS. All of our firefighters are EMS as well. And so we need more people who are going into those life-saving jobs and responsibilities. So that's number one on the infrastructure side. Another thing on the public safety is around our tweens and how we address some of the root cause issues. I think everybody has seen sort of a spike in happening and our alarm when we see a news report of a 12 or 13-year-old who's involved in a carjacking. And we ask questions, okay, what are some other things we could have been doing? And when I talk to young people, the tweens are very interesting because they feel like they're too cool for DPR, right? I don't want to do, I don't want to go to rec center. I don't need after school. But then they're also not old enough to participate in an internship program or summer youth employment because, again, you're 12. You're also not even old enough to get a real job because legally you're a kid. And so we work with the Department of Employment Services to put together a program specifically for middle school students to help them explore the various career opportunities that are out there. Because, exposure is a huge thing for that age group. And through the course of the program, they're able to earn an incentive that they want at the end of it. Last summer was the first summer we deployed that. This summer, they had a crazy wait list, so we were able to add some additional funding to the budget to expand that program. And I'm really excited that, we're starting to focus more on not just the policing aspect of public safety, but how do we take care of it from a community aspect of redirecting some of the energies of some of our young people.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. So why are you the best choice for voters?
Well, I mean, it's so funny because when I was first running in 2020, I was the newbie on the block, and now I'm like, I'm the incumbent. No, but I have experience. I had experience then, I have experience now. I think I'm the best person for the job because I feel like we have a lot of unfinished business in terms of some projects that I have been working on, some issues that I have been working on that I want to see to fruition, I think, for the best of DC residents, whether it be from an oversight perspective or new things like the hospital opening. I pride myself on doing my homework and coming to meetings prepared and coming to the hearings. And I have to say that, like, coming to the oversight hearings, part of our job is doing oversight as well. And I don't feel like oversight needs to be adversarial, but I do feel like oversight needs to be a serious endeavor. And I try to approach it that way as we try to look for efficiencies, but also just we need to be better about how we implement programs in DC. We got a lot of new things, but are we actually evaluating whether or not what we are doing is working? And so I think I'm the best person for the job because I still feel like I have great solutions and energy to offer to the work ahead.
Awesome. Thank you for that. When does voting begin?
Well, so I'll be on the ballot for the general election. Early vote starts in October 28th. Yes, the week of Halloween. Voters will be able to cast their ballot. I think it's important for folks to remember, any registered voter, the DC Board of Elections will start mailing ballots to your home on September 30th. You don't have to do anything to request it. They will proactively send you a ballot. And then ballot drop boxes will be around the city, and those will open around the time of early voting as well. So if you don't want to go inside, you just want to fill out your ballot and just drop it off, you can do that. Fill out your ballot, put it in the mailbox if that's what you want to do. And, election day, it's November 5th, big day, not just for the District of Columbia, but for our country, a very big day.
Yes. Please tell our viewers how they can learn more about you and how to support your campaign.
Yep. My website is ChristinaHenderson.org. You can also follow me on Twitter at @CHenderson or on Instagram at Henderson4DC. Excuse me. Please sign up for our mailing list. I'm not a frequent mailer, so if folks are worried about spam, I just try to get information to folks as best I can and help to explain what's happening in the city and also how they can engage and get involved. But those are the best ways to get involved and learning more about the issues that I have been working on and the campaign going forward.
Wonderful. Well, viewers, please look in the description below for links. Thank you for spending some time with us, Christina. It has been an absolute pleasure.
It's been so good to be with you all. Thanks so much for having me.
To those watching, please follow Team Rayceen on social media and subscribe to the Team Rayceen YouTube channel.
And viewers, thank you for watching.